we all feel before now, before the pandemic, that if you are not out there, you're not making the money. But then 2020 taught us taught us a big lesson, to the effect that you can be in your house, you can be in the comfort, of your home and be cashing out. You don't need to be out there before you'll be seen as if you're working, before you'll be seen as a workaholic, or you'll be seen as somebody that is making the most cash. Okay, 2020 was actually a year of discovery. But people will be, I for one think, people will be, or social media influencer will be more than happy to, allow you manage a social media platform, knowing that you're a lawyer and you hold them a duty of care, rather than, engaging a random person to help them manage a social media platform. These are things that you can do as a lawyer. So far, people know you for what you do, and you put yourself in a place that people can reach you. Okay, meaning that, I've seen some lawyers have a social media, accounts, and they name it Jesus Baby. You hear, funny names. Sometimes I'm like, is it that people don't think? You have to, there's a business side to this practice of law, meaning that you have to, at every point, sell yourself. Put yourself, make good impression of yourself. Put yourself in a place where people can find you or know what you do. Okay, if you're a lawyer, you've just been called to the bar and what have you. Okay, granted that you're working in a place and all that, but wherever you're working, if you have a more reliable job, okay, you can put it on your page, so to say, but this is what you do, and your area of expertise. You're working in this social law firm, and these are what you do. Sometimes probate service is another thing. Okay, you can help people process their probate grants, early letter of administration. You can help people file. You can help people draft a will, draft and file a will, register a will at the probate registry, put it out there for whatever that is worth. Okay, I need you to know that whatever side also that you're planning to, jump on in 2021, ensure that you are the head, the soul, and the body of that business. You don't want to open a business for someone else to help you manage, even if that person is your sister or your mother or your father. Okay, whatever side also you want to add to your daily job. This video is actually for those that already have their day job, or they already have their business. We're talking about side also here. I'm not telling you the business you can actually start doing and what have you. I'm not telling you how to get a job. I'm saying if you already have a job, you already have a business, in 2021, you want to ensure that your income is not coming from one source. It's coming from several places where you can have, sit down and think of several streams of income. You can beat your chest and say, okay, if money is not coming from this place, money will be coming from this place. Okay, 2021, you don't want to have one side also, or you don't want to have, a stream of income. You want to have multiple streams of income. So I'm not telling you how to get a job or how to do a business. I'm telling you side also you can add to that which you are already doing. So in this video, I'll be propelling that one person to think of what to jump on in 2021 to add to that stream of income. Okay, if you are that type that you don't know what you can be doing, or you have a job, you are thinking of what to start doing on the side, but you haven't decided on what you want to start doing, okay, I need you to watch this video to the end. Okay, in this video I'll be explaining to you things you can start doing, or businesses or side also, or however, if you're still watching, you might want to consider subscribing to my channel. Okay, so let's get into it, guys. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Yes, if you're new here, hello, hi, how are you? Thank you for tuning in. Yes, I'm popularly known as BAA. I'm the brain behind this channel. Yes, and I upload at least once a week. Sorry, I'll put that in mind. Once a week, or as the spirit leads. Okay, this channel is about life, law, entertainment, succession, family, business, and whatever that comes to mind that is worth putting out there. I'm also using this platform to share my immigration journey that is yet to come to an end. Okay, but about to come to an end. Okay, yes, today I want to tell you guys, I want to list out several side also you can jump on in 2021 as a legal practitioner. Hey, if you're not a legal practitioner, I've also got you covered. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up this video. I don't want it to be more than 10 minutes, but if it's more than 10 minutes, I'm just going to make another second video, stating things you can jump on in 2021 as non-lawyers. But first and foremost, I really want to quickly state out things you can jump on as a legal practitioner. It's actually a general knowledge that 2020 was a year of an unbelievable event. Okay, I call it a fortunate and unfortunate year. In 2020, some people discover themselves, their purpose, who they are, what they are, what they can do best and what have you. Some people came up with several innovation and what have you. Some of us made the most money in 2020. Yeah. Okay, yeah, and some people, lost their jobs in 2021. Some people are still 2020, I mean, some people are still very confused as to what next. Most of us before the pandemic, most of us are, have been used to, step out in the morning, coming back at night for years. Some people have done this for the past 10, 15 years. And the pandemic came, so many people had to be excused from their jobs and what have you. So some people became confused as to what next, what can I do? What am I good at and what have you? Questions here and there and what have you. But in this video, I'll be telling you what you can start doing as a side also, that you can add to what you're doing at the moment. This is not a video where I'll be letting you know how to get a job or whatever, or how to come up with a business. I'm saying this video is for those that want to make extra cash, aside what they are doing at the moment. And as a legal practitioner, it is also a general knowledge that the legal practice itself, I said that in my last video, is quite restrictive, meaning that you're not expected to go into a full-blown business. Of course, you can invest as a lawyer in a company and be a sleeping partner, meaning that you can share in their profits, but you're not expected to, get involved in the day-to-day activities of that company. Do you understand? Meaning that as a lawyer, you can invest, but you're not expected to go into a full-blown business unless you are going, out of the business of law or the practice of law to do some other things. Okay, you can be a fashion designer as a lawyer. If you so desire, you can be a social media influencer as a lawyer. Of course, you can still be that even while you're practicing law. You can be a hairstylist as a lawyer. You can have a boutique. You can have a warehouse where you sell clothes as a lawyer. Okay, you are still a lawyer, but you would have been seen as somebody that is practicing something else, some other business apart from the business of law. Okay, but one good thing about the business of law that I need you to know and have it at the back of your mind is the fact that I always call it a business of law because there's the business side to this practice of law. Okay, but one good thing about the practice of law is the fact that it is all encompassing, meaning that in this practice of law, you can be whatever you want to be. Okay, there are several sides also you can do that can bring you, extra cash apart from whatever you are doing at the moment, and it's still in the practice of law. Okay, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. It is, if you're just an accountant or some other person that is not a lawyer, there are other things you can do outside your practice, outside your profession. I'm saying within this practice of law, there are so many things, so many things that you can do in the business of law, and you're still going to be seen as a lawyer practicing law, and you'll be making extra cash apart from your day job. Okay, in this video, I'm going to be stating out things that you can be doing, that you can lay your hands on as a legal practitioner, whether you have a day job or you don't have. These are things that you can lay your hands on. And if you have a day job, of course, you are answerable first and foremost to your employer. Okay, there are ways you can also go about it, because I've always been saying that if you're a lawyer, you really have to market. There's a business side to the business of law. So you really have to put yourself out there, so much so that people will know what you do and your area of expertise. Okay, in this video, if you want to know things that you must do to make extra cash that you can do as a legal practitioner or a non-legal practitioner, if I'm able to cover that part, stay tuned to my channel and let's get into it.
key, keep it softly spoken, with no strings tying you to me. I'm happy in your company with no emotion, 'cause my love deserves to be free. I never wanna look at a...
Yes. Like I said, there are several things you can do, in as a legal practitioner in 2021, whether you have a day job or you don't have. One of which is legal assistance. Okay, as a lawyer, first and foremost, as you're leaving law school, the first thing that you should, save your money to buy. If people are saying congratulations, you have been called to bar and all that, gather your money together. First thing that you must get as a lawyer is a laptop, a good phone, a laptop and a good phone. Of course, if you have extra, then you can think of getting a printer, scanner, or whatever. But you have to get a laptop and a good phone. Of course, you can, download several, app on your phone that can scan your document and what have you. That is what you need to have to kickstart this business of law. Okay, so like I said, there are several things you can dabble into as a legal practitioner, one of which is legal assistant. You can either, help a more senior colleague, you can assist a more senior colleague in doing research, come up with write-up, articles, review agreement, review, court processes and what have you. You can also assist a magistrate, you can assist a judge, in coming up with rulings, judgment and what have you. There's so many things you can, assist a judge or a magistrate on, okay, as a legal practitioner. Okay, all you need to do is to put yourself in a place where people can find you and letting people know what you do. Okay, you can approach it and letting them know this is what you do. Okay, you can help them in research, you can help a more senior colleague in doing a research, you can help judge come up with rulings and what have you. These are things that you can look into as a legal practitioner that you can do on the side and make some extra cash apart from your day job. Okay, secondly, you can also be a legal consultant. And I want to say this, and I need you to know that my boss used to say this a lot, okay, that there is a thin line between, legal practice and a prison yard. Okay, in whatever you do, you want to be properly guided. And that's why I said in my last video, you really have to, ensure that you have good circle, meaning that as a legal advisor or a legal consultant, okay, you don't want to do all of this all by yourself. Okay, you know what your colleague or a senior colleague is good at. Okay, whenever you're, of course, giving your expertise as a legal consultant and what have you, learn how to tell people, let me call you back. Meaning that you have to reach out to people that you know, get some legal clarification before you give that legal advice that you know nothing about. Okay, better still, you can have your colleague or your senior colleague, you can have such people on board to help you as a colleague to give this advice. Okay, let them know you work together. Okay, I'll ask one of my colleagues to call you with respect to what you just asked me now. And reach out to your colleague, let the colleague know that, okay, this is the problem this person is having. Okay, I need you to call this person and bring people on board. You don't want to be greedy. More often than not, I've had to, give my, legal clarification to some of my junior colleagues without necessarily being paid. Okay, these are things that if you have a good circle, you might end up not paying for all of this billing brief. Okay, you can call out a colleague, let somebody be, call out somebody to be of help one way or the other. You don't want to give up, dish out an advice that is going to cost your client. At the end of the day, you'll be answerable to all of these things. That's why I'm saying that before you dish out that legal advice on that area of law you know absolutely nothing about, please learn how to tell your client, let me call you back. So with that, you can reach out to a colleague that can be, of help. There is a thin line between legal practice or legal business, that I love to call it, and prison yard. Okay, you want to be properly guided. Okay, that's for legal consultants. You can also be a freelancer. Okay, one time one of my colleagues had to resign from the office and what have you for 2 or more than a year. She was just in the house. In my head, I was like, you're not doing anything. Most of the time I get to call her, check up on her. At the time, I was forced to ask her, what are you doing now? Oh, she said, oh, she's actually helping out, some small businesses, like 3 of them, at the moment. She said she used to have 5, but more companies that she's helping to review documents, draft agreements, review agreements, respond to emails. And these are small companies. Of course, for you to be able to do that from the comfort of your house, it means that they are small, but but she said, and they're all paying her monthly. Okay, she was doing all of this from the comfort of her house. Okay, respond to their emails, reviewing their papers and what have you, giving out legal advice, and what have you, responding to calls, and she was being paid. She was getting her cash from all of this assignments, from 3 separate companies. Okay, these are things that you can do as a lawyer from the comfort of your house. So far, you have a laptop and a good phone. Okay, you're good to go. These are things you can do without breaking a sweat. Okay, we've said legal assistant, legal consultant, freelancer. Okay, you can also be a social media manager. Okay, because people will be, I for one think, people will be, or social media influencer will be more than happy to allow you manage a social media platform, knowing that you're a lawyer and you hold them a duty of care, rather than engaging a random person to help them manage a social media platform. These are things that you can do as a lawyer. So far, people know you for what you do, and you put yourself in a place that people can reach you. Okay, meaning that I've seen some lawyers have a social media accounts, and they name it Jesus Baby. You hear funny names. Sometimes I'm like, is it that people don't think? You have to, there's a business side to this practice of law, meaning that you have to, at every point, sell yourself. Put yourself, make good impression of yourself. Put yourself in a place where people can find you or know what you do. Okay, if you're a lawyer, you've just been called to the bar and what have you. Okay, granted that you're working in a place and all that, but wherever you're working, if you have a more reliable job, okay, you can put it on your page, so to say, but this is what you do, and your area of expertise. You're working in this social law firm, and these are what you do. Sometimes you upload some write-ups and what have you. People will know you for who you are. At the site of your social media page, people already know what you do. Okay, you don't want to be that kind of lawyer that will have a social media account and you are naming it Jesus Baby. Like, I really don't want to say stupid things, but it's so foolish. Like, you can't do that as a lawyer. Okay, as a lawyer, you want to have a platform where you can let people know what you do and your area of expertise, where you work, what you do as a lawyer. You can, of course, be uploading random pictures and whatever, but once in a while, you upload things that has to do with your line of business. I love to call it business line of practice, if you love it that way. Okay, you have to do that. Okay, you can be a website developer, app developer and what have you. All of this you can add to your knowledge or expertise, so to say, in the practice of law or in the business of law. You can also be a professional coach, like a career coach or something. You can have a blog, so to say. I always see people, sometimes when I slide through social media and all, I see sometimes if I go through social media platform and I get to go into the comment section, sometimes when I see some comments, I'm like, some people can actually monetize these things that they know how to do best. So people just make some comment that cracks you up. I'm like, wow, this person is good. But all of this thing they are doing for free. Okay, if you know how to gossip, you might as well have a blog. Okay, these are what bloggers do. As a lawyer, you can have a blog where you can gossip about people. Just know you are doing all of this within the confinement of the law. Okay, you can monetize all of this hobbies that you know how to do best. Okay, you don't want to be that kind of person that you are still thinking, what do I know how to do, what do I know, and you know how to gossip. If you know how to gossip, you might as well monetize it. Have a blog, open a YouTube channel, but ensure you are doing everything within the confinement of the law. Okay, you can make money, you can cash out on these things. Okay, these are side also you can add to your day job or your business, so to say. You can also offer a secretarial service, so a small company, you can have them as many as you want. Okay, just ensure they are filing all their statutory books, you review their agreements, you draft the agreement, you attend meetings for them. All of these things can be done from the comfort of your house without breaking a sweat. All you need is a laptop and a good phone. Okay, just ensure you have attending meetings for them. It depends on what the kind of engagement the kind of assignment they're going to engage you in. You can have them as your retainer clients. Okay, all of these things you can do it from the comfort of your house. Offering your secretarial service to small and big businesses. Okay, you can do all of these things. Okay, these are things you can add to your side also as a lawyer. There is also, you can be an agent or a realtor, a property manager, so to say, whatever you want to call it. And you don't even need to be a lawyer to be this. Okay, all you need to do is to look out for somebody that wants to sell a property and somebody that wants to buy. Okay, bring them together, get your discount or your commission, and you're home and dry. Okay, these are things you can do as a legal practitioner. Okay, you can also do due diligence for companies or for property purchase. Okay, somebody want to buy property, person wants to know the authenticity of the title of the seller and whatever. These are things you can do as a lawyer without breaking a sweat. Do due diligence for companies, for property purchase. You can do that at the land registry. You can do all of this thing as a lawyer. Due diligence for property purchase. You can also do diligence for investment, so to say. Somebody wants to invest in a company and they want to know if the company is on good standing. All of these things you want to you can do on the side. Okay, these are things you can do as a lawyer. There is no room for a lawyer to be jobless. You can't be jobless. The practice of law is at large. Okay, you cannot be jobless. You can be, that is what 2020 has taught us. I've always been hearing multiple streams of income, but the meaning became clearer in 2020. Okay, so you don't want to sit, be sleeping on a bike. You can be in your house and make this money. From the comfort of your house, you'll be cashing out. Okay, you just have to think inward. You just have to put yourself in a place where people can find you. You just have to market yourself. Okay, so you can also be a dispute mediator. I can explain to you how much of a dispute mediator I've been since I got here. It's been one issue or the other, because the pandemic has really affected marriages and relationships and what have you. If people know you for what you do, they don't mind to pay you any amount, to just put them. Some of the clients don't even want to see you. You see the reason why you don't even have to waste your time, looking out for, office space and what have you. You can do whatever you have to do from where you are. Some clients don't even want to see you. All they need is for the job to get done. How you're going to do it, they don't want to know. Okay, you see why you have to have a good circle. Okay, some people don't want to see you. They just want to get the job done. Okay, the reason why you can have everything done from the comfort of your home. So you just have to have a space in your house where you can make, a space where you can have like an office space, so to say, in the comfort of your house. So much so that people will not call you and be answering your official call from the top of your bed or from your sofa. You want to have a space in your house where you can call your office. From there, since you're already paying the rent anyway, you're already paying for your NEPA bills and what have you. You might as well use your house for so many things and maximize profit. You understand? Instead of having to look out for an office space. I mean, if you're a lawyer and you're practicing alone, you can do all of this from the comfort of your house. Okay, that is what you can do as a lawyer, dispute mediator. Okay, and like I said, there's a thin line. Always have that at the back of your mind. It's a thin line. You don't want to be greedy. You want to involve whoever that you think you should involve that specialize in that area of law, that you have a brief or an assignment to carry out or to execute. Okay, you might want to bring in people so you can, together achieve a purpose. Okay, you don't want to be greedy as a lawyer. These are things you can start thinking of as a lawyer. You know, just think of side also. You know, if you have a day job, you can always, if you know how to write, you're a good writer, you can approach all of this, you know, newspaper publication outfits. Let them know what you can do. Come up with articles, review their, you know, work and what have you. You know, these are things that you can do even if you have a day job, that you can do on the side as a legal practitioner. You know, reviewing books, you know, approach bloggers. Let them know these are things you can do. You can review their work and what have you, their paperwork. You know, these are things you can do as a lawyer, even if you have a day job. Okay, draft agreements. You know, all the small agreements. Because bear in mind that you have, you know, a responsibility first and foremost to your employer if you have a day job. But there are some things you can do on the side as a legal practitioner. Okay, I've said that due diligence, you can be an agent. You don't even need to be a lawyer to be an agent. You can be a consultant. You can be an intermediary, meaning that you can, you know, I've had my colleagues, you know, introduce me to a client and get their percentage. You know, as a lawyer, you don't want to be greedy. You have to give people what they want. Okay, you don't have, you offer it. Even if they're saying don't pay, just have to offer. You hold them that duty of care. When people, you know, bring values to resolve your problem or bring things to you, think of how to pay them for their efforts. You just have to do that. Even if it's going to cost you, you just have to do it. You know, you hold people a duty of care. I've had my colleagues, you know, somebody that is not even a lawyer introduce people to me and get their cuts. You know, work on percentage with people. If you introduce me to this person, of course, some employers even, you know, enter into some form of agreement with their employees. This is where I'm going to go back to the fact that you really have to market yourself. Okay, if you have a social media account, you don't need to start answering some very embarrassing and stupid names like Jesus Baby or something. Put in what you do for a living. Let people know you for what you do. It is very important. If you're working in a law firm that has an agreement with you that if you bring the clients, you get your 10% and what have you. I'm saying there is a business side to the practice of law. The price of law have gone beyond resuming in the morning and closing at night. You know, there is looking for clients' parts to the practice of law. In all of this, you just have to, you know, have some form of agreement with your employer. If you're putting yourself in the right place, you're marketing yourself, you're strategically placing yourself in a place where people can find you, you can bring in clients to your employer. They will love you for it. Anything. You know, in whatever place you find yourself working, okay, and you know that this is a place I'm working and I love to work here, think of how you can add value. Think of it. Valuable people don't appreciate you. You have to be valuable. Okay, you have to think of how you can add value to this business, how I can add value to this farm, how I can be of help, how I can be a part and parcel, how I can own this thing like mine. You know, and if you don't have, you know, think of how you can start building your own client base. Okay, and if you want to have something on the side, maybe your business, your law firm is not paying you as much and you have enough time in your hands, you can think of all of this side also. You know, if you know how to write, approach a newspaper publication, approach a blogger, you know, social media influencer, let them know what you can do. Social media management, I hope I've talked about that, okay? I don't want to lose my thoughts, okay? That's all about that. These are the things you can do as a lawyer that can bring, you know, extra cash into your pockets. Safe in air. That can bring extra cash into your pockets. That is it. So these are things you can do. You have to start looking inward. You know, you have to start looking inward. My face is so oily. Okay, we've talked about all you can do as a lawyer. Okay, and this video is already long. Okay, I'm going to make another video for the general public on what you can, you know, jump on in 2021 to make extra cash. You know, it is very needed. And if you're still watching my video, you might want to consider subscribing. Okay, subscribe to my channel. It is free. Like, share. Okay, click on the notification box, you get to be notified. You know, it's somehow when you cannot even do the minimum. You know, just like, you know, by liking, you are telling the YouTube to, you know, show my video to someone else. even if you're not going to subscribe. Like, share. It's passing the message to YouTube to show my video to someone else. Okay, do the minimum. You're not going to pay for it. Okay, and if you have subscribed, thank you. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much. I appreciate you from the innermost place. I love to say that of my heart. I appreciate you. And if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, join this household. Okay, and like I had said, this list is not exhaustive. Okay, if you have anything to add, things that a legal practitioner can dabble into as a side also in 2021, please put it down in the comment section. You can be helping a brother or a sis. Okay, just put it down in the comment section. I just had to run through things that I know that a legal practitioner can get involved in and cash out, to make extra income apart from their monthly income, But if you have any other one, you can put in the comment section. Let's all learn together. Okay, this is a household where we look out for one another. So please help a brother, help a sister. If you have anything to add to the list, please put in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I will see you in my next. In whatever you do, if you're good at what you do, people will pay you for the value or the problem you have to solve. Okay, have that at the back of your mind. Okay, value and solving problems. Okay, if you're good at what you do, people will patronize you. If you're good at what you do, people would get you engaged. Okay, that's what I have to share with you guys today. You heal my pain so I can smile again. You ease my pain so I can smile again. You ease my pain so I can smile again. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Yes, if you're new here, hello, hi, how are you? Yes, my name is B. I'm popularly known as BAA.